Let's just hope my jaw doesn't kind of give out in the middle of this. Hey there everybody, it's Lilith. Welcome back to my channel. I'm only about a week off of my dental work, so forgive me. I just really wanted to get back to you guys. I also wanted to say thank you so very much on all of the positive feedback on my last video about reality shifting. There's going to be a bunch more videos to come on this topic. I'm on a bit of like a hyper-focus sort of fit right now. Blame the OCD, not me. So expect a lot of videos on this topic. As you can see by the title, today is another reality shifting related video. Today we are talking about clones, which is not as scary as it sounds like it is. If you have not already seen my last video all about reality shifting, please go find it, pause this, go watch it, and then come back here so that you understand the basis of what reality shifting is if you don't already know. But if you've already seen it or you understand reality shifting already, then here I am to explain shifting clones to you. Without rambling too much, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, today we are here to discuss clones when it comes to reality shifting. I know that clones is a bit of a heavy word, it's a little bit scary, but it's not like in a science fiction movie where there's like 100 duplicates of one person with some sort of weird, like mega controlled mind like robots. That's not what it is. Clones is a widely debated subject within the shifting community, and everybody is going to have a different opinion about clones. But I'm going to explain to you what I have found in my research, and we're going to go over it together. There are a lot of people that believe your clone is who you are in your desired reality. That it's where you're going, it's the body you're going into, it's the person you will be. Whereas there's a lot of people that believe clones don't even actually exist and they're not even actually a thing. But the majority of people refer to or believe clones to be what is left in your place in your current reality when your subconscious leaves your body and goes to your desired reality. Now, let me expand on this a little bit more. As we learned in my last video, when you're going to your desired reality, when you're shifting, it is your subconscious leaving your body and going to another reality, another plane of existence. But your body's not going to be just left empty here. It's not a shell. It's not the visage of who you once were. Your physical form on this plane of existence in this reality is still here. It can't just be left empty and unresponsive. People will think you went into a coma. So what takes your place in this reality is your clone. Essentially what your clone is it's just you. It's you while your subconscious is gone. That doesn't mean that your clone does not have your memories or your emotions or that it's not going to interact with people, because it will, only if you want it to. The details of what your clone does and does not do while you're gone is something that you will be charged with putting into your script, which I briefly mentioned in my previous video, and my next video will be all about what scripting means and what it is and stuff you can put into your script. But essentially, when you are scripting, you should have an entire section if you want your clone to be awake while you're gone. I personally prefer the idea of my clone being asleep while I'm gone, just because I feel safer about the idea of my clone's not out there talking to people or doing stuff for me. There's a lot of people that they like the idea of their clone going and doing stuff that they don't want to do, like sending their clone to school or to work, or making the clone eat healthy or work out for them, or do something they don't feel like doing themselves while they check out to their DR. But because the clone essentially is you, the clone will never say or do anything that you yourself would not do. If you're not prone to random fits of violence, your clone's not going to be randomly violent while you're gone. It's not like it's a crap carbon copy of you that's going to go and do other stuff. It's you, your subconscious is just gone. Your clone will talk exactly like you, think exactly like you, act exactly like you. They just don't know you're a clone. It's a clone. My bad, that it's a clone. It basically puts your brain on autopilot with the previous settings that were used to fly the plane. Now, from what I've seen, I have seen people who just trust the clone by way of just saying, my clone will go to work for me from this hour to this hour. My clone will do this homework for me. My clone will clean this part of my house. But I've also seen people that script that their clone doesn't leave the house. They can only talk to a trusted few people that know about the shifting. I have also more seen people who want their clone to be awake and doing things for them if they're doing non-sleeping methods in order to shift. I've also seen people that do sleeping methods that want their clones to wake up in the morning and go do stuff for them the next day, but I personally only do my shifting while I am sleeping. I only do sleep methods. It makes me more comfortable and it's easier for me as a process. From what I've seen, a vast majority of people, myself included, script in to a section of their script. My clone will be asleep in my CR while I am in my DR. Now, of course, if you're doing a sleep method and your clone is asleep for you, you will want to add a section in your script that says, if my alarm goes off in my CR or if someone tries to wake me up from my CR, I will hear it in my DR, so I know to do my safe word or my safe action and wake up so that the clone doesn't have to. Because if you've scripted the clone to stay asleep, the clone's not gonna wake up just because your alarm is going off at 7 a.m. so you can go to work. So if you have chosen to have your clone asleep here in this current reality, you have to specifically script in that you will wake up to someone waking you up or you will wake up to an alarm. That way that you know to get up because the clone has been told to sleep. Now don't be mistaken, your clone is not another person. It is not a dual version of you. It's you. Your subconscious is just gone. I want to stress that because clones can sound like a really, really scary concept. It is just you. Now this part that I want to stress, I've heard both ways about this next part by way of the memories of your clone. Now your clone will automatically, because it is you, will have your memories, your emotions, your appearance. The clone is you. But I've heard some people say you have to specifically script, when I come back to my CR, I will have the memories of everything my clone did while I was gone, if you choose to keep your clone awake. I've had other people say you automatically will have the memories of whatever your clone did while you were gone. Because I have heard it both ways, I cannot say definitely that you do or do not need to script this. So if I were you, just to cover my own butt and be careful, I would go ahead and specifically, if you decide to have your clone be awake and go do stuff for you and interact with humanity while you're gone, I would specifically script to make sure you get the memories of everything your clone did that day, just in case. If you're still a little worried on the clone front about if your clone will act exactly like you, script it. The more you script in general, the better. If it makes you feel better, even if it's a detail that's not necessarily needed, it's completely okay to script. You don't have to script, my clone will act exactly like me. My clone will make the type of decisions that I will. My clone thinks exactly like me. My clone has all of my memories. You don't have to do that from what I've researched. But if it makes you feel better to script these details because you feel like you've got all your bases covered, do that. The number one thing that I always tell people about scripting is it's specific to you. Your script and my script don't have to be anything alike. They don't have to have the same details. They don't have to be as long. They don't have to be as written out. They don't have to be as specific. It can be as long or as short, as detailed or as vague as you want. You don't even necessarily have to have a script in order to shift. It's just recommended and it helps to get all of your thoughts in one place so that you can review it before shifting and keep it all in one location. So if you want to make a big, huge page-long section just about what your clone does and does not do, cool, go ahead and do that. I personally just like keeping her asleep because I would rather just live my full reality both here and there. So I have a section in my script that says, while I am in my desired reality, my clone will be asleep in my current reality. And I also have a section that says that if an alarm goes off or if someone tries to wake me up, I will hear them and feel them in my DR so I know to wake up. So if you are looking into reality shifting on Amino or TikTok or wherever you happen to be looking into it at, and you hear people talking about clones, that's what that is. Like I said, there are a lot of people who believe clones aren't even a thing, and there are also people who believe that the clone is when you're in your DR, but for the most part, I really only came across those two things in the last couple of days. For the most part, what I've seen, everyone else believes that your clone is what happens in your CR while your subconscious is gone in your DR. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Clones was a pretty brief topic to be able to discuss. I know today's video is very, very short, but I'm very sorry. The raw footage right now is only about 14 minutes long, which is saying a lot considering the previous video was about half an hour of raw footage. So if you have more topics that regard, stuff to do with reality shifting, please leave those in comments below and I'll see if I can get some videos out on them. I do plan on having my next video be about scripting, and I plan on having videos about methods and my own personal experiences with shifting because I have started. I haven't shifted yet, but I've had a couple of interesting experiences. If you have not seen my previous video where I talk about what reality shifting is and how it works and easy to understand comparisons, please check out the link below or go to my channel and find the video. I'm sure it will be very informative to those of you that are new to the reality shifting community. If you would like to follow me on my other social media besides YouTube, please find links to my TikTok, my Twitter, and my Instagram down in the description. TikTok is where you can find a lot of my other shifting updates whenever I post them, and you can also find out about new videos here on this channel. You can also find updates on both my Twitter and my Instagram. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, please push the big red subscribe button below. Join the family, it would mean a lot to me. When I filmed my previous video, I had about 295, and I believe I'm at 305 right now. So thank you so much to the people who helped push me over to 300, and to everybody who was already here and is now joining this journey. If you want to be notified of every time that I upload a new video to this channel, please push the little push notification bell right next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified of whenever there is a new video. And I think that's about all I have to say today. I will see you guys in my next video that'll be all about scripting. Bye!